Hello everyone. In this video I will solve GET Physics 2015 question number 56. Suppose a linear harmonic oscillator of frequency omega and mass m is in the state psi equal to 1 by root 2 psi naught plus e to the power I pi by 2 psi 1 at t equal to 0, where psi naught and psi 1 are the ground state and the first excited states respectively. The value of the expectation value of ax in the units of h root over h per omega a root over h bar by m omega at t equal to 0 is need to be calculated. So psi is given, which is 1 by root 2 psi naught plus e to the power I pi by 2 psi 1. This is at t equal to 0. So psi 0 and psi 1 are the ground and the first excited state. So since they are the ground and first excited state, so they would be orthogonal to each other. So these properties we need to keep in mind. Is equal to 0 and psi 0, they are orthonormal. This is equal to 1, so that will come handy. So you will need to calculate the expectation value of x. Now x can be represented as the raising and lowering operator. This is the A is the lowering and A dagger is the raising operator. So using this we will calculate the expectation value of x in this state psi. So this is, since 1 by root 2 multiplied by 2, 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, so this will give us half, and root over h bar by omega will come out, h bar by 2m omega, and apart from this we have psi naught plus e to the power minus I pi by 2 psi 1. Then we have this operator A plus A dagger, and again psi naught plus e to the power I pi by 2 psi 1. So now we'll use these properties, that A acting on psi n will give us root over of n psi n minus 1, and A dagger acting on psi n will give root over of n plus 1 psi n plus 1. So using these properties, if we apply A on psi 0, this will give us 0, and A on psi 1 will give us psi 0. So A acting on psi 0 is 0, A acting on psi 1 is psi 0, and A dagger acting on psi 0 will give psi 1, and A dagger acting on psi 1 is root 2 psi 2, using these two relations. So we'll have to use these things here. So this acting on this will give us 0, so this term will not contribute, and this acting on psi 1 will give us psi 0. So if we write it explicitly, then psi equal to half root over of h bar by 2m omega psi naught plus e to the power minus I pi by 2 psi 1. Sorry, this is the bra psi 1, and now this acting on this is 0, and this acting on psi 1 is psi 0. So here we will have e to the power I pi by 2 psi 0 plus A dagger acting on psi 0 will give us psi 1. So this is psi 1, and a dagger acting on psi 1 is psi 2 plus e to the power I pi by 2, e to the power I pi by 2 psi 2, root 2 is also there because root 2, yeah. So that's what we get. Now let's multiply these things. H bar by 2 m omega e to the power I pi by 2, now psi 0, and with this is 1, and this will go to 0 because these two are orthogonal to each other, and with this is also 0 because these are also orthogonal. So we have only e to the power I pi by 2. Now this will now psi 1 is psi 1 and psi 0, these are orthogonal, this is 0. Psi 1 with this will give us 1, so this is minus I pi by 2, and again these two are orthogonal, so these are also 0. So we are only left with these two terms. So we have half root over of h bar by 2 m omega, and this is cos 2. If we write this 2 here, then this is cos pi by 2, yeah, cos pi by 2. Now we know that cos pi by 2 is 0, so we have this is 0. So the expectation value of this thing is basically 0. So this is the final result. Yes, we are asked to calculate the expectation value, and this is 0.